Have you ever felt a pair of eyes on you when you were walking alone at night? A strange chill crawling up your spine, telling you something is lurking just beyond the reach of the streetlights? Tonight, we're diving deep into the shadows with two cryptid horror stories that will make you question what is really out there in the dark. So, turn down the lights, get comfortable, and let's begin. Our first story comes from a seasoned truck driver named Mark. He spent years crisscrossing the country, thinking he'd seen it all. One night, while driving through the dense, foggy forests of West Virginia, his engine sputtered and died. Stranded on a deserted road miles from the nearest town, he decided to wait for morning. Around 2 a.m., he was jolted awake by a heavy thud against the side of his cab. Peeking out, he saw nothing but the swirling mist. Then came a sound he'd never forget, a low, guttural growl that seemed to vibrate through the metal of the truck. He froze, listening. Scratching sounds followed, long, sharp claws dragging down the side of his trailer. Mark grabbed the heavy flashlight he kept under his seat, his heart pounding in his chest. He flicked it on, pointing the beam towards the rear of the truck, and that's when he saw it. Two piercing, red eyes stared back at him from the fog, belonging to a creature far too large to be a bear. It was tall and gaunt, with long, spindly limbs and matted, dark fur. Its head was almost deer-like, but twisted and wrong, with antlers that curled into unnatural shapes. The thing let out a horrifying shriek, a mix between a human scream and an animal's roar, before it melted back into the fog. Mark didn't sleep a wink. When dawn finally broke, he found deep, three-pronged claw marks gouged into the side of his truck. He never drove that route at night again. Our second tale takes us to the swamplands of Louisiana, shared by a group of college friends on a camping trip. They were looking for an adventure, and they certainly found one. Their first night was peaceful, filled with laughter and campfire songs. The second night, however, was different. As the sun went down, an eerie silence fell over the swamp, broken only by the chirping of crickets. That's when they heard a soft, rhythmic splashing sound coming from the murky water nearby. They assumed it was an alligator or some other local wildlife and tried to ignore it. But the splashing grew closer, more deliberate. One of the friends, named Chloe, aimed her flashlight at the water's edge. The beam revealed something that wasn't in any textbook. It was humanoid, but its skin was a sickly pale green and glistened as if covered in slime. It had large, black, lidless eyes and a wide, frog-like mouth. Webbed hands and feet were visible just below the surface. The creature stared at them, unblinking, before slowly sinking back into the water without a sound. Shaken, they packed up their camp in a panic, deciding to hike back to their car immediately. As they rushed through the dense trees, they could hear the splashing following them, always keeping pace, just out of sight. They felt hunted. They didn't dare look back until they were safely locked in their car, speeding away from the suffocating darkness of the swamp. They'll forever be haunted by those large, black eyes watching them from the water. So the next time you find yourself alone in the wilderness or on a deserted stretch of road, remember these stories. Remember that some legends are born from truth, and not all shadows are empty. What do you think? Have you ever had a brush with the unexplained? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed these tales, be sure to like and subscribe for more chilling content. Stay safe out there.